Hello, hiya, welcome to another video. If you're new to the channel, name's John. I do mostly vacuum cleaner reviews and unboxing, but I do technology as well. So it's whatever takes my fancy at the moment. But today we're going to do a quick video about the Shark vacuum cleaner that's in front of me. So this is the ICZ300UKT. UKT. This is the Shark cordless upright vacuum cleaner. This particular vacuum cleaner I've had for I think about 6 months. I think I've had this vacuum cleaner for now. It's actually a really good vacuum cleaner. It is like having an upright vacuum cleaner, I will be honest with you. The only benefit is you don't have the cord. Some of the other benefits of this is that the weight is at the bottom. So when you're pushing it around, it is very easy to push around, because as you can see it's very light at the top and the weight's at the bottom. So it does make it easier to push the vacuum cleaner around. However, as you can see, the vacuum cleaner does get used. And this vacuum cleaner hasn't been cleaned out for a good few months, because if we look at here now, there's dirt inside there which needs cleaning out. That is something that I need to do. Anyway, the reason why the vacuum cleaner, we've done a video today on this vacuum cleaner, is because this vacuum cleaner developed a fault. So when you purchase a vacuum cleaner direct through Shark, you'll get a warranty, and your warranty is already pre-registered. You don't need to go on the site and set up your warranty. When you purchase a vacuum cleaner direct from Shark, the warranty is already activated from the, I think it's the date of purchase, I think. Now, this particular model has a 5-year warranty. Most of the vacuum cleaners that Shark produce do have 5-year warranties on them. Bearing in mind, when it comes to the warranty, this does not include the battery. Now, I'm going to have to get up out of the shot a minute, because I've just realised that the battery is not with me. Right, sorry about that. I moved the battery out of the way of myself. Right, this is the battery that comes with this particular modelled vacuum cleaner. Now, this does not have a 5-year warranty. This has a one-year manufacturer warranty on the battery if there's anything goes wrong with it. So in the first year, if anything should happen with this battery, then Shark will replace the battery for you. Should anything happen with this battery after the first year of ownership, and it is the battery, then there's a good chance that you would have to purchase a battery from Shark. And this particular battery is £100 to buy, and it's very heavy. It even comes with a little handle to hold it, because it's that heavy. So then the battery would just slot in there like so, yeah, and then you can use a vacuum cleaner. Now, in this video, we're not on about usage as what's happened with my experience with customer services. So originally I was using this vacuum cleaner to do vacuuming in the house upstairs, and as I was using it, I felt like as if the vacuum cleaner was losing suction, and there was something definitely something seriously wrong with it. As a result, I turned the vacuum cleaner off, cleaned it all out, emptied the bin, and thought, right, okay, we'll try again now. Obviously, you've got to, if you look at the front of here, this isn't the biggest bin capacity for dust. So you do have to, if you're doing a deep clean, then you do need to look at emptying it regularly. Now, another thing that as well, when I was using the vacuum cleaner, is I was using it on high power, which is what's classed as boost. And for some reason, I had a little red flashing. Let me go on here now, I'll show you. But on this display here, I had a little red flashing light on it. Now, looking on the internet and that, it basically told me that that was relating to potentially heat and that it had overheated. Now, this vacuum cleaner, I will be honest, it does get hot depending on how long you use it. You definitely feel a lot of heat on the battery. I have asked Shark on more than one occasion if it's normal for the battery to get hot, and they've said they think it is. Anyway, in this instance, I used the vacuum cleaner again, and it just didn't seem as powerful. I could have sworn I could smell what I thought was a burning smell coming from the vacuum cleaner. Now, obviously, this was all replaced with a new clean filter, and I have been using it, even though I shouldn't have been using it, but I have been using it. It's one of these vacuum cleaners which you don't actually realise how much you like using this vacuum cleaner and how good it is when you don't actually use it, when you switch to something else. So this particular vacuum cleaner started losing suction and what I would say a potentially burning smell and a red flashing symbol on the display. I contacted Shark and told them, and they decided that the best thing to do for safety is to replace what they call the pod. Now, the pod is this, not the dustbin. You have to take the dustbin off. This unit by here with nothing else connected to it is the pod. This is all disassemblable, which I'll show you in a minute in the video. But pretty much the pod is what they think was the cause of the problem. Now, inside the pod, in this unit here, is your motor in here. Yeah. They don't think the battery's at fault. They believe it's the pod. Now, customer services with Shark are pretty good, but my advice is to anyone who has any issues with Shark vacuum cleaners is, if you want to get it dealt with swiftly and you don't have much time, then your best option is to phone them on their customer service support number, which is on their website, from the contact section on the website. And then make sure that when you do phone them that you have the device with you, or you've at least taken the model number and serial number of your vacuum cleaner or whatever you purchased from Shark before you ring them, because they won't be able to do anything without that information. In my instance, what they did for me is when I phoned them and explained to them the issues I was having, the person phoned me back on my phone and we did a video call, which is something I've not experienced before when it comes to warranty claims and things like that. They did a video call where they could look at the vacuum cleaner, and I demonstrated the problem that I had. It was quite clear on the video call that we had, that there was definitely a problem there, and they agreed that the best thing to do would be not to replace the battery, but they think it was the pod that was causing the issue, because it could be relating to the motor. So this is one unit. I don't think they class it as a serviceable unit. They just look at it at the point of, if there's a fault there, it gets replaced, and that unit gets basically put into recycling, and it gets recycled. So in this instance, they confirmed on the phone to me that yes, we're going to send you a new pod. So I've been waiting now for a good couple of weeks now for the part to come in. Yes, I have said weeks, just bear with me, don't think, oh my god, that's ridiculous, I haven't got a vacuum cleaner. In this instance, the reason why it was a couple of weeks is because they sent me the wrong part. So I'm not sure exactly how the part got mixed up. I'm not sure if it's an issue with part numbers. I'm really not sure on that one. However, they sent me the brush roll part, which is this bit by here at the bottom. Yep, the brush roll. I contacted them and said to them that you've sent me the brush roll part. However, this is not what I believe to be the fault. Furthermore, on my actual Shark account on the website, you could see that the replacement part that they'd ordered me was the pod. So something had gone wrong along the lines there, and they'd sent me the wrong part. Now, I contacted Shark on the phone. No, sorry, begging pardon. I contacted Shark using the email function where you can send an email to them. Now, I will be honest with you that this will take longer. There's no beating around the bush. But if you use the email contact feature, it will take longer for you to get things resolved. Now, in this instance, I did it via email because it was easier for me to manage in between my working life, basically. So doing it via email was just easier for me. So I pretty much sent them pictures, showed them the new part that they'd sent me, which was incorrect. Said to them what I was told that I should be receiving. And they confirmed that yes, there was a mix-up, and they apologised. So what I did was I was asked to package the device, the part up. They supplied me with a returns label, so no cost to me. And the only thing that I had to do was go to a collection point, which is not far from me, and basically drop off the parcel. Sorry, when I say collection point, it's a drop off and collection point for DPD in this instance. And I just went to that drop off point and took the parcel in. They scanned it, and that was it. It was all done. So that part got returned. So they come back to me and acknowledged the return. One thing on the return I would just like to say, that when it comes to returning parts to Shark, they give you a 30-day window for return from the date that the return process is started. So this means, as long as you return that part within 30 days, you will not be charged. However, if you do not return that part within 30 days, then they will charge you for that part. And they will charge you the price that's on the website for the parts on the spare section, okay? So what happened then was I returned the part, and they confirmed to me via email that they'd received my return. And recently I've now had, I've contacted customer service, and they've confirmed to me that the correct part, which is the pod, has now been posted and sent to me. So this box that's here on the left, which you should be able to see in the shot, I believe is the part that I need to replace. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to disassemble this. So this is quite straightforward to disassemble. Yeah, you've got the button here for the hose release. The hose comes off. We've got a wand release. You've got to give it a good pull when you press the button, and it pops off. And now we've gone down almost to the pod. Okay. Yeah, so we need to take the pod off as well. So we've got to do this right here. Now there's a button here. So we press this button. And it doesn't come off. Hang on. I'm gonna get a better angle, I think. That's what my problem is the angle. Still good. I don't think I can do it with my wrist. Right, we'll give it a minute. I've hurt my wrist and I can't push it, so we'll do that in a minute. Right, so as you can see, I have to push the button in to drop the panel off, but my wrist is not hurt, it's hurting, so I'll come back to that in a minute. Okay, but this is the pod that I have to replace. Now, when you are replacing the pod, you do not get filters. It is just the part. So I will have to take the filter out, which is here, and you just pull it like this, gently. As you can see, my filter's a bit clogged up, but it's not too bad. It could be a lot worse. So you take the filter out. You have to take the filter out, including the plastic holder, because that will not be supplied with a replacement part. Okay, so we'll put that to one side now, and we'll just open up the part, because I'm actually quite interested as well to see if they've done this correctly this time, because according to my Shark account, I should have had the correct part first time. There was no record of the brush roll ever being ordered, so that was definitely an issue there. They haven't been able to fully explain what's gone on there, but they have apologised. Okay, so that's out. As you can see, again, Shark, even with their replacement parts, they're always sticking to eco-friendly and recyclable packaging. So every single packaging is all cardboard, and this is paper, so it's all recyclable. So they don't use any polystyrene. Here we go, here's our component, see? And as you can see, done. Yeah, I think I was a bit of an idiot just now because I think the button that I need to press is the lift away button. So I'm going to have to put this back on because I can't press it. Here we go. That's right. This is the issue having so many different vacuum cleaners. They all go together differently. So in this instance, it's not the button. Okay, this one's a bit different. It's not like the Shark that I've got in there. You can't press the button. It's not a button. It looks like a button, but it isn't a button. It's like a very similar design on one of the other Sharks, which is a button, but this isn't. It's a fake button. So note to everyone, don't press the fake button. What you actually have to do to get it off is, as you saw what I did just now, I put the dustbin back on, which allows me to use lift away. Now lift away technology basically allows you to turn it into like a handheld vacuum cleaner. So now I've done lift away, this is the difference now. So this is my new pod here, okay? And the pod, comes with a new HEPA filter. And this is the HEPA filter that comes with this particular vacuum cleaner. Okay, so that's quite interesting because I didn't think it came with any filters. So let's have a look to see what comes in on the other side. Oh, now this is very interesting. So originally I was told by a member of staff that I would have to keep my original filters. And look, they've actually supplied me with new filters. And that is a brand new filter. So that's a good one, that is actually with Shark, because that means that I haven't actually purchased any spare filters with this vacuum cleaner, and I don't need to, because with the warranty part that they've given me, I've got spare filters now. So there we go. So as you can see now, I've got my new part. Yep. Now this is the old one, and this is the new one. Now what they've told me is the motor inside here may have been on the way out and burning, and they believe that the safest option for me as a user was just to replace the actual pod. Okay, so what they've said to me is, with the old one, they've said to me just to dispose of it in my normal recycling centre. They don't want me to send the part back to them, but they did stipulate to me to keep my original filters. So that's quite interesting. One of the things I think I'm probably going to keep as well before this gets disposed of is I think I'm probably going to keep the side panel as well. This panel as well, I think I'll probably keep that, because you never know that when you're using a vacuum cleaner on a day-to-day basis, accidents can happen. You know, we've all done it when we've been using a vacuum cleaner, or we've accidentally knocked something, or we've accidentally tripped over a vacuum cleaner or something, or knocked it over. And accidents can happen and things can get damaged, so that's going to be quite useful to keep that cover. And I probably will also be keeping the HEPA filter, because the HEPA filter on mine, to be honest with you, I've been using this for a good 6 months now, and I don't see any dirt in it. I don't see, there's the HEPA filter, and then we looked at the new one just now. I don't see any difference with that. So I mean, they say to wash the HEPA filter every 6 to 12 months. And you just run it under a cold tap, for example, and then let it dry. Personally, I've not cleaned the filters in this vacuum cleaner. So I'll be honest with you, I haven't cleaned the filters in this vacuum cleaner since I've had it. I think I might have opened it up and taken some clumps of dust off it, or hair potentially. And I think that's about as far as I've got. So I think with this, one of the things I like about it is you can just take the side panel off, and you can just take a little bit of dust out or something and be lazy. But let's face it, 90% of the time when you have a vacuum cleaner, you are not cleaning vacuum cleaners out on a regular basis. You tend to pick the vacuum cleaner up, use it, put it in a cupboard, use it, put it back, and you don't have a maintenance cycle. Now, one of the things I've done recently it's not something I think that everyone would do. But one of the things I've done recently is I've tried to set up a maintenance cycle for myself now when it comes to vacuum cleaners, because obviously with my YouTube channel I have quite a lot of vacuum cleaners, and I do use all of the cleaners that I have. Yes, I do, much to the disgust of my wife, but I do use all the vacuum cleaners, and I use them for different scenarios and in different situations, and they all have their uses. They're all, at the end of the day, you don't have a vacuum cleaner that's perfect at everything, but you can have a vacuum cleaner that's good but not necessarily perfect at every situation. So I'll give you an example now. For example, this Shark vacuum cleaner here with its dual clean brush, dual clean brush roll, right? And you can see the first problem already. So you can see that one of the first issues that we have with this Shark vacuum cleaner, which is just one of the issues that you do get with the dual cleans from time to time, and that is you've got little spikes by here which help with directing the dirt into this brush roll here, and what's happened here is something's just got stuck on the underside of it, and you have to periodically clean the brush roll out, and this front brush roll here, this comes out. There's a button here to release this, because this is not powered, so you don't have, sorry, not powered, let me start again. This has not got any suction in this part. This is the part that's got suction where it goes in here, not there. So that's and the reason why I'm saying this, I'm not saying that Shark is rubbish, because I don't think it is. I wouldn't be using their products if they didn't do the job, However, this particular vacuum cleaner, I don't think cleans hard floors as good as, say, a different brand, because you don't have section on this part, you only have section on this part. So if you were to follow the instructions on this vacuum cleaner and set it to hard floor mode, this would spin, this wouldn't, this would spin, and you'd have the section here, but the issue you've got, really, in my personal opinion, is that if you want to vacuum a hard floor, if you're someone who's got a couple of rooms in the house that have got a hard floor, like a kitchen and maybe like a conservatory, for example, then you can, this vacuum cleaner would still do a good job for you, because you would just leave it on the carpet mode. That's what I've done, and I find vacuuming the hard floor with it on carpet mode, it does the job fine, because you're using both the brushes and you're not just utilising the hard floor mode. So really, that's one of the small downsides to the dual clean, I think, personally, is hard floor cleaning. I don't think it's as good as some single brush roll models. That said, I have a Shark vacuum cleaner, which I think my son's moved. It's not behind the camera, unfortunately, sorry about that. But I could have grabbed it and showed you. But I do have a Shark vacuum cleaner, which is a single brush roll, before dual clean was brought out. And that vacuum cleaner has carpet and hard floor mode settings. Now, what's quite interesting with that is when you put it on hard floor, the brush roll doesn't spin. So it in my mind, it's not cleaning the hard floor properly at all, because it's not, you're just relying on the section. So you definitely need agitation and a brush of some sort to clean the hard floor. So the dual clean system was a good idea from Shark. However, I think they should have thought about putting sort of suction in the front brush, because there's not really any suction in there. You're relying on the main suction from the main brush roll. Something else I wanted to just touch base on as well, when we're talking about claims and warranty and things like that with Shark. I would just like to point out to Shark UK, I'm very pleased with the service that I've received. Haven't got any problems with them, and I've had the replacement part that I've requested, and I'd be quite happy to get this all set up and back up and ready. One of the things I would just like to point out as well when it comes to the Shark, this brush roll, for example, right? This has very minimal serviceable ability. So what I mean by an example is, as you know, brush rolls have to use a belt. They have a motor and a belt inside which turns the brush roll. This has screws to get into the channel, so you can empty it in case it gets blocked. It's happened to me on, I think, 1 or 2 occasions that I have had a blockage in here. Usually it's because I'm sucking up one of my son's toys and I don't realise I've done it. but usually for everyday usage I don't have an issue. And you just use a coin or a flat-headed screwdriver. I would like to point out as well that if you are going to use a flat-head screwdriver, you make sure you use a big one and not a small one, because it will cause damage to these. Honestly, a coin works really well. I think the best coin that I found works, I think a £2 coin I think I've used worked really well. I don't know, I don't think I've tried a 2p piece. I think I've used a £1 coin as well, I think. Oh, no, maybe not. I think it's too thick for a £1 coin. But definitely tried a £2 coin, and I don't think I had an issue using that. Anyway, going back to this, so you can't get into the workings of this unit. It's not designed for customer serviceability, when I say as in replacing the belts. So if you have a problem with this brush roll, where this brush roll stops spinning, and it's basically not moving, or it's not spinning, and it's not caused by any blockages or foreign objects causing an issue, then this whole unit that I've got in my hand now, all this would have to be replaced. The whole unit would have to be replaced. If you've got a warranty with Shark, then yes, it would be replaced under warranty. They give you a warranty for up to 5 years on normal usage. So yes, if you had a problem with it in the 5-year warranty, then yes, they would replace it. If you wanted to purchase this part off the website, you should be able to purchase it yourself, because there is a spares section, and you can choose the spares that you want, and you can purchase the replacement part. Now, you can buy spare filters from Shark, as I mentioned earlier. In this instance, I've been extremely fortunate with Shark, because I was not expecting to have filters supplied with my spare part, and look, I've got the filters supplied. So there we go. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to assemble my replacement vacuum cleaner. This is how simple it is to replace. There we go, my new pod is now attached. This is my hose. It only goes in one way on the back, you can't make a mistake, because it won't go in any other way. You pick up your wand, and you can't put the wand in the wrong way. Do you see? You can't put it in the wrong way because it won't go in. So you can only put it in one way. Nice click, nice firm click, so you know it's in. And then it's back together. Now, I know what you're going to say. Right, test it then, John. Make sure it's working. Normally, I would test it on a video, but the only reason why I don't want to test it at the moment, I will try and test it actually. The reason why I was a little bit reluctant to test it was I thought that my battery was dead, but we'll find out, won't we? We'll see, because I'm not 100% sure if the battery's charged. So this is the faulty part, which I will dispose of. Get the battery. Right, here we go. Right, so we've got that all clipped in together. Move that out of the way. Right, so we've got the battery in, we've got the pod in, we've got the dustbin in, and there's already supplied filters, so we're just good to go. There we go. So that's proved it, that's working fine. Doesn't feel, no smelling or anything like that, so that's fine, that is. Looks good. Right then, right. I'm feeling lazy today, I'm sitting down. Right, well, thanks for watching. I would like to say to my existing subscribers, thanks very much for sticking with me. I really appreciate the support. Doing the best I can to grow the channel and come up with different videos. I'm trying my best at the moment to try and keep up with regular content, which is at least once a week on a Friday at 6 PM. And that way, then at least at least I can sort of try and keep consistent, and consistency is the key, and then I can work on it as well. I'm happy to. I'm open to any tips and advice if anyone wants to give me some. I'm also open to any queries that anyone's got about future videos. If there's something you'd like me to feature, let me know and I'll see what I can do. I will be trying to release potentially trying to do some more videos in the new year, more relating to vacuum cleaning videos. Yeah, well, thanks for watching, and thanks for putting up with me. Have a good Christmas and New Year. If you've I'm not sure, actually, I've just said that and I think it's already happened. Well, anyway, I hope you all had a good Christmas and New Year, and I shall speak to you on the next video. Please like and subscribe. Thanks very much. Cheers.